Today I'm going to be explaining how to use the Heightfield command tool in Rhino and how to use it to create a detailed terrain model. So to start off with, we need to get an image to base it off. So I'm just going to close Rhino for the moment. And I've got this website open, which basically gives me the terrain of and the elevations of kind of everywhere in the world, which is really helpful. And I've selected my kind of area as the Dandenong Ranges in Victoria. So I can just see here, it allows you to add some like labels where you know where you're going, and then you can take them off as we need to have this as a plain black and white image for it to work. So once I'm happy with my area, I'm just going to hit export, and it's just going to go up to my downloads. I'm just going to pull this across to my desktop for now, just so that's there. And now I can close this. So I'm just going to open up Rhino, and I'm just going to make this a smaller screen. So to bring this into Rhino, it requires a scale point to place the image down, and I'm just going to use the ratio of the size of the image just to base this off, and this can then be scaled on later on, but this is just what I'll use for now. So I'm just going to use the exact kind of pixel sizes just to get the correct ratio for the image. Cool, so now I can close that, and I'm just going to open this up again. So now I just want to type in Heightfield, and I'm just going to select that image, and then we'll use this rectangle to base it off. So you can see I just snap that to that edge. So for this exercise, I'm just going to start off by setting everything to 50. And I can set the image as a texture, but for now I'm just going to leave that off. So I'm just going to hit OK. And as you can see, it creates quite a basic kind of terrain, but there's not a lot going on in detail-wise, and it could possibly be more detailed, and I can show you how to do this. So I'm just going to pull that across. So to get kind of more of a correct elevation scale to what we have on the internet, I'm just going to hit enter again and just snap that same edge. And if I go back to Chrome, we can see that there is a max and minimum elevation. What I'm going to do is use this and basically minus the minimum from the maximum to get the total elevation. So that is 554. So I'm just going to type that into the height. And to get further detail, I'm just going to change the number of sample sizes. So I'm just going to change that to 150 by 150. And I'm just going to hit OK. It'll come up with this warning message. You can save it if you like, but for now I'm just going to select no. I think it should be fine. Oh. And once that's processed, you can see that it's got a significantly more detailed model than this one, which can be great to work with. I'm just going to drag this across, and I'm just going to demonstrate as well. If I do this one more time, you can add the set image as texture, which can look really interesting. So I'm just going to go no again and just let this process. And then once we've got that, I can go into rendered view, and as you can see, it uses that image, and you can see where it has gone into those higher points in those lighter colors, and then in the darker colors it's a lower elevation, which can look really interesting in kind of a diagrammatic manner. So I'm just going to go back to shaded, and what I'm going to do here is basically cap this edge of the kind of terrain just so it looks a bit more solid. So I'm just going to pull this up and then down, and since I did set this to be a surface, we can use the trim command to trim off the edges. So I'm just going to do that like that, and I'm just going to go delete, and maybe I might copy this across to my other point just over here. So now they both have a kind of solid base to them, and maybe I might make this one a grass material, so I might just set that to a new layer and just select my grass material and go OK. And then if I go back to rendered mode, you can see that I've got kind of two very interesting terrain models, which would be great to model off and base your geometry off. So yeah, that is all for the tutorial. Thanks for watching.